Joey Face Creations, A Day in the Life of the Miner. Conclusion. Tired, dirty, black as soot, and with a hungry belly, perhaps chewing on something you grabbed from the pickings from inside your can, you head into the steaming hot, full-pressure blast of the shower. Oh, just let that full throttle, almost too hot to handle spray totally and for this moment rinse away not only the first few layers of coal dust and dirt, but the entire last 8 hours of physical pain and soreness, entrenched all the way from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Jesus Christ, that feels good. In some sort of a Walter Mitty moment, you're lost in the moment with your mind wandering anywhere but the deeps. And then smack! Someone takes a wet towel and snaps it at your bare skin. It stings like 100 bees all at once, and the reality of the moment quickly returns. Wash me back, Joe, will ya? Not out of the ordinary, this is commonplace, and tit for tat, you wash my back and I'll wash yours. Along with that, the cat calls about the various other details that hang about, jokes about size, whether tiny or otherwise. The washhouses abound with whistling, yelling, general hooliganism. And so it goes, until you're back out to the benches just below your hook. Toweled off and dry, it's time to lower the hook and re-don your street clothes. Lash the pit clothes on and re-raise the hook back into position, where it will be safe and dry till we return for the next shift. All the while inside the washhouse, no matter what time of day, can be heard the constant chirping of the many birds that nest and play in the rafters of the high roof area of the washhouse. Add to that the constant thrush of flowing water from the showers, the whistling of many men, the throb and pulse of boilers, and altogether, as strange as this sounds, it creates a unique and original beat that while you're here, pulsates within and around you, and it kind of moves you from one stage of this process to another. And in addition to the sounds of the aromas, the smells, the airs, the mist, it's altogether a rhythm that will be with you and stay with you over and over again, as each time you return, you blend back into the same movement, that same chorus, because you are an instrument of that, a band of those brothers, the band of men called miners. Are you feeling it? Are you sensing it? Are you smelling it and wearing it? This is the blend found only in this place. And then whoosh! The big door opens and out into the cool, almost frosty air of a late autumn morning, you deeply inhale, deep down into the depths of the lungs, fresh, cool, lasting, refreshing. You suck as much of that life-lasting oxygen-filled air as you can muster, as deep down as it ever can reach, and exhale. It's time to say thanks to the Lord above. And in exchange for a very hard-earned night shift down under, it's time to head home. We've given our pound, we've piled our tons. It's on to the hobo and home to the fold. Silently, home after a ride on the hobo train, you slowly, carefully, and silently creep into the house, where you were met by the wife, who knows this routine equally as well as you do. She's at ease now, too. After having another night tossing and turning in wait for your safe return, you're home, safe and sound. It's a pattern of uneasy worry that cycles through every single day that you are connected to this job. It's the miner's life, it is. You check in on the kids who are still in bed, a tuck here and there, and I love you or two, depending on who's alert enough to respond. Love you too, Dad, can be softly heard from one of the kids as you carefully close the bedroom door. A quick and tasty breakfast with the wife, some bacon and eggs, homemade bread toasted over the coals of the kitchen stove, and a hot cup of tea, and then it's off to bed for a well-earned sleep, somewhere in the range of 5 or 6 hours, perhaps. You come to at about 3 o'clock or so, stretch and move your tired bones, splash some cold water over your face, reorient yourself to the moment. Yep, you're home. That's supper you smell. And it's time to head for the kitchen. and have a hearty meal with the family. Time to catch up with the whole gang, as well as having quality time with the family over a hot, delicious meal. It's also the place to hear the latest about school, chores, local gossip, and any other questions the kids might have about the ways and means of life's simplest and most pressing issues. So far as chit-chat about the pit and work, it was not usually part of the routine table topics, unless something really new or otherwise important, like strikes or shutdowns, were on the agenda. This was routinely chillax time, or what little of the day could be assigned to this time. So this was the time to read the paper, catch the news, sip a cup of hot tea, and just ease back and relax. Then you may take a few minutes, stroll outside of the barn, stretch your legs, walk around the neighborhood, and if time allowed, get back home and grab a quick nap at 7 or so. Before you know it, it's that time to head under, head down, and head away for another back shift down under. The can is packed, your towel is rolled, new cake is soaked tonight. You mentioned that to the wife earlier. Fresh fig of twist placed in your shirt pocket along with your check number, and for the moment, the tea wrapped in your newspaper rolled wine bottle is boiling hot. Will it be like that at 3 o'clock in the morning? Not quite, but it will still be sweet and refreshing so far underground when lunchtime rolls around once again. So with a kiss and a hug, best wishes and stay safe comments from the wife and any of the kids not yet in bed, out the door you go, off to catch the hobo. And just like each and every other day or night, just happens, this week it's the dreaded back shift. And routinely as this may be, another shift awaits you, so far out under the pounding surf of the late October seas. Down and out under the deeps you go. Hey, Jack, hold on, we'll walk to the crossing together. What's going on, boy? Thanks for taking the time and being adventurous enough to come down the pit with me, boy. Be safe, be well, be sure, be a miner. It's in your blood. A day in the life of a miner. Joey Face Creations, 2011. Thank you.